5 things you didn't know about growing pains, probably. Next on Retro Serial. Growing Pains, sometimes viewed as the ABC knockoff of the NBC hit classic Family Ties. However, Growing Pains stands on its own 2 feet with an impressive 7 seasons to its credit. Starring Alan Thicke as Jason Seaver and Janet Kearns as his lovely wife Maggie, Kirk Cameron as troublesome son Mike Seaver, Tracy Gold as younger sister Carol Seaver, and Jeremy Miller as Ben, the youngest son, with others. Today we are going to be talking about 5 things you may or may not know about this hit classic TV series. However, before we get to those 5 things, would you do me the honor of hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button, hit that bell notification if you want to know when these things are available, and share it on your favorite social media. Those things right there would mean the absolute world to me. If you want to go a step further, you can hit our Patreon page where you will find 2 levels of support. The first level is just a tip jar, known as just a tip jar. It's $3 a month saying, hey, we like what you're doing, keep it up. But if you want to go that extra step, there is a $5 a month Cornflake Club in which you get all videos, most all videos anyway, and all podcasts 1 day in advance. So head on over there to help us out if you would like to. With all that said, let's go ahead and get to these 5 facts. Coming in at number 5, Kirk Cameron and Tracy Gold were already brother and sister. Growing Pains started in 1985 and follows the Seaver family as Jason, the father, moves his psychiatry practice into their home after Maggie, his wife, goes back to work as a newspaper reporter. It's a family show, but Kirk Cameron and Tracy Gold already played brother and sister previously before starring on the show. Yes, before they were the Seaver siblings, they were siblings in a McDonald's commercial 3 years earlier. And coming in at number 4, Tracy Gold was written out of most of the last season due to her real-life struggle with anorexia. One of the running, and might I add, not so funny gags on the show was Carol's weight. I remember vividly many episodes in which Mike made fun of her for being quote unquote fat, which she was not. Real life actress Tracy Gold developed anorexia as a result. Her condition caused her to get to 75 pounds, and her health conditions caused her to be written out of most of the final season. Let me just say something personally off the script here. I thought that this was a ridiculous running gag. I watched this show fairly regularly. It was one of my favorite shows growing up. Not as favorite as Family Ties, but that's another story. And she was anything but fat. I couldn't believe that people were actually saying that she was overweight or anything like that. And they tried to consult her by saying, well, it's your character, it's not you. But she said, oh, I'm playing this character, I must be overweight. And I just have to say, I don't know if the writers of these have said sorry to her or not about this, but they seriously need to. It was completely uncalled for, and she was anything but fat. She was actually very beautiful and looked completely fine for her age and her body type. There wasn't any weight that she had to lose, but that's my own personal opinion about this. I was very upset about that, and I'm still very upset about it. If this is a struggle for you, please seek help and let me know what you think about fact number 4 in the comments section below. And coming in at number 3, drunk driving will not be tolerated. It was the 80s, and in many 80s shows, more serious issues were tackled. There was a growing concern with AIDS, illiteracy, and racism, just to scratch the surface. And many shows, even many sitcoms, dealt with these topics directly. Growing Pains was no exception. While a lot of topics were dealt with on Growing Pains, the one that seems to stand out the most is drinking and driving. In season 4, future Friends star Matthew Perry plays Sandy, who is a bit of a drinker and love interest to Carol. He, after drinking one night, hits a tree and ends up in the ER. After the accident, Sandy seems fine for a while, other than being banged up just a bit. But later on, he dies as a result of internal bleeding, and Mike Seaver has to give the news to his sister. When Carol got the news, it was dramatic, very dramatic, and very upsetting, and meant to be dramatic and upsetting. The message was clear: don't drink and drive. And coming in at number 2, if you watched the opening sequence carefully, you could tell what the show was going to be about. After season 1 and starting with season 2, the opening sequence of Growing Pains starts with the Seaver family standing in front of their beautiful Long Island home. Then there's this montage of the family throughout the years. At the end of this sequence, the family would do this comical scramble back into their house. There were many different takes of this scramble, each one ending with a different member of the family entering the house last. The episode generally was about who entered the house last. So whoever entered the house last, that's what the episode was about. Did you know that? Did you pay attention? I was completely oblivious to that until I started doing this research. Let me know if you figured that out before this video in the comments section below. And coming in at number 1, Growing Pain actors had the grossest pre-show ritual. Alan Thicke revealed that before the cast would go on the set for filming, each member would take a used piece of chewing gum and stick it to the wall. By the end of the 7th season, the chewing gum clump, the used chewing gum clump, grew to be an estimated 11 pounds. Alan Thicke took home some scripts as memorabilia from his time on the program. However, he lamented that he didn't get what he really wanted, and that is the chewing gum. That's right, he wanted to take home the chewing gum. Thicke revealed that he doesn't know the fate of the chewing gum or which actor took it home. But that's a little gross, in my opinion. What do you think? Do you think that would have been a good memorabilia for him to take home, or anybody to take home? Leave that in the comments section below. Were there any facts about Growing Pains that I missed that you wish I would have said? Would you have put another fact as number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5? You let me know in the comments section below. And before you go, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share notification, or hit the bell notification and the share button. Those things mean the world to me. And also hit me up on Patreon if you want to support the show. Until we meet again, stay retro, everyone.